Yo, what's up, guys? Just trying to do a little bit of a update on Bob and Alice. I haven't talked about Alice yet, but we're gonna get right into it. Basically, Bob's on the dump. It's pretty much common sense to me that this is going to be pumping super hard. The whole point that we're dumping is because that's how market makers love to play the game. They love to drive prices down so that they can absorb as much liquidity as possible from retail traders, because probably the only people holding at this point are retail traders. And that's what we saw last night. It was a huge dump down to like literally $8 almost. And then now we're at $8.77. I wouldn't be surprised if we get maybe a little bit more of a wick down, because we still have a little bit more time in the Bob halving. Before the Bob halving should be on February 23rd. But realistically, looking at this, Bitcoin held the 100K mark. It went down to 98,000, and we're kind of waking up. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see like maybe another shoulder down, another leg down. I mean, be down to like 95,000, 94,000. Just a quick wick. It's very possible, but we are in the uptrend. I mean, this is a higher high. This is a lower low. I mean, I'm not gonna make it too in depth. It looks like we're trending up. When you just kind of look at the chart, it looks like we're trending up, and it seems like people are just kind of getting outpriced because they're scared that we're gonna dump, and then they get bought out, and then scared that we're gonna dump again. So they're losing their liquidity as more as the main whales are making their money on this small little trade on these trades here, because there's so much volume being traded at the 100K mark at this point that these whales can literally trade their stuff with like zero slippage, which is just, why wouldn't you want to do that? It's free money at that point, and especially bots, they're going to be making their fat stacks over here. Once they make their money and once things are basically unable to be held back, this is when things are going to start pumping like wildfire, and we're going to probably see something up to like 150K. So beyond that point, just know that we're bullish. Everything has been bullish. There's been so much bullish news, but nothing has been moving. And then they have one bearish news, which is DeepSeek releases their AI, which is just better than ChatGPT 01. And it's a lot cheaper to run. Like, it's like 20x cheaper. It requires the shittiest hardware compared to NVIDIA's like current prices. So people were scared that the market was going to dump due on speculation because of this. And it's open source. So instead of paying $200 a month for ChatGPT 01, you can just use DeepSeek, and it's better and it's free. So it's like, wow, they're doing this for free and you don't have to pay. So America's kind of losing that grasp on AI when it comes to NVIDIA's markets. So it's like, they were just assuming a price dump, but that's just all fear. It's all panic. It always is. The markets are always going to trend up at the end of the day. That's just how it works. And with something with Bob, this is going down just simply because whales are trying to just get a better price in. If you're not buying these dips, I don't know what you're doing. Anything below $1 is a literal steal. I have my price target set at like 0.7, 0.85. We've hit that 3 times, and I've accumulated all 3 times at those price points. These are the places that you want to start buying. Like, it's just free money. That's all I'm going to say. Bob Having's 5,400 blocks away. Once we get there, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a huge pump to $2 to $3. And who knows how far that can take it once we start hitting those points. But that's realistically where Bob should be standing, is like $2, $3, $4, maybe $5. So it's money. Money is money. You should be holding your Bob and accumulating. Just because it's not happening instantly, just like back here, we had low price points. We've trended for a while. Halving comes. Next thing you know, we're going from 10 cents to $2. That's a 200x. That's a 20x. So from here to maybe like $5, $10 would be like another 10x. And then as the next halving comes, we'll get another 5x on top of that. So buying cheap, holding, making your money, waiting for the dips, it's just free money. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I was trading this, I bought around here, sold around here. This is literally my sell right here. I did this. This exact wick was all me. And then I waited, and I bought over here. It's just buy low, sell high. People are always going to have fear in them. Market makers are going to make people panic. And especially with Bitcoin dumping yesterday, that was all panic. Especially when I looked at 4chan, all I saw was, oh my gosh, I sold the bottom. Oh, what do I do? It's over, guys. It's just, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. Just takes patience. You don't lose unless you sell. Now, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I also bought some Alice. We saw this big pump up, and then we went straight down, and now we're kind of like doing this weird thing where we're just kind of like, they're juicing the heck out of this right now. I just want you to know that. As in, we are still higher than the previous lows, but every time we hit like 10 cents, there's just huge sell candles. And what this means to me is that they're just juicing it, trying to absorb as much Alice as possible before this thing blows up, because that's how I'm feeling about it. Alice just released their website, which is the portfolio tracker. So we can see that there's about 1,000 ICP or $8,991 worth of ICP in here. This is obviously not refreshing. This is just an image. So nothing here is legit live, because we can see the price of, ICP. There's 1,000 ICP tokens and the price is at 8.78. It literally hit $8. So 8.78, we can see that that's not correlative. It would have to be 8.99. So about $9 for this to make sense, but it's not. So obviously this is just an image to show you, hey, they're doing something. They're getting the works in. I'm not too sure if Alice is starting to trade or not. I'm pretty sure it's like not there just yet, but they're showing you that progress is being made. They had to do this just to get you back into it and realize we're not messing around, especially after a dump like that. And what really makes me most bullish is that DeepSeek is integrated with ICP, as in like ICP is utilizing DeepSeek AI for like all its protocols. And if DeepSeek is cheaper, more efficient, better than OpenAI, and it's free to use, this is only, if DeepSeek is getting all this bullish news, ICP is going to get that bullish news too. So whatever you're seeing in the markets currently, it's just a big scam. Like, I'm not going to lie. This is just all market makers pulling as much liquidity as possible to get as much as they can from retail traders before this thing pumps to the moon. That's how I see it. I mean, it's not too complicated to me. Just keep buying, dollar cost averaging in. I mean, at this point, you should be just buying with whatever you got. I mean, the prices are so low. We might see lower, but the time that it's going to take before things start really rallying up could be next month, maybe 2 months from now. I'm really feeling like February. January is always a bad month. I already said this before. Like, expect dumps in January. And this is where people get scared, get panicked out, and then just lose all their money. And then the rest of the year, this thing freaking pumps to the moon. So don't hold your bone. Stay, secure. Put it in the NNS. Stake it if you have to for just like a month. I don't really care. Just hold on to your tokens. You're going to be safe and fine. We're going to pump. I have a majority of my money in Alice, and I have a majority of my money in Bob too. Like, it's just like these two tokens are going somewhere. I know the liquidity is low on Alice, so every little wick and pump and this and that, it's just like, oh my gosh, my heart. Ugh. I'm gonna lose everything. No, like, you don't lose unless you sell. And usually when you sell the bottom, you're gonna get priced out. So the risk of getting priced out is higher than you taking a bigger loss for the time being. So be patient, guys. And that's really all I have to say about this. This is a good token. The team is working hard on it. And same thing with Bob. It's not going anywhere. There's been nothing wrong with Bob. Nothing has happened particularly that's been wrong. It's just people are feeling scared. All right, guys, that's all I have to say. Hope you got some positive motivation from this, that you feel more entitled to holding your tokens. Don't give it to the people that want your tokens. They want your bags. Don't give it to them. Remember to like and subscribe and comment what you guys feel about this. I just hope that this brings you maybe a sense of relief at the end of the day. Have a great day, guys.